Knotweeds are one of the 100 worst invasive species as identified by the International Union for Conservation of Nature and a top 10 invasive species for eradication in BC. Knotweeds, native to Asia, were introduced to British Columbia as an ornamental plant, where they have escaped cultivation and become a high-priority invasive plant. They are often found in riparian areas, but can establish in a wide variety of ecosystems and habitat types, including highway right-of-ways. There are 4 knotweed species known in British Columbia: Japanese knotweed, giant knotweed, Bohemian knotweed, and Himalayan knotweed.
This here is Japanese knotweed. You can tell because it has a flat edge. Giant looks similar to Japanese, but it has larger leaves, and you can ID it because it will have heart-shaped. It has an indentation there. There's Bohemian knotweed that is a hybridization between Japanese and giant knotweed, and there's Himalayan knotweed that has longer, slender leaves and looks quite different. Japanese, giant, and Bohemian have flowers like this. These ones are just budding here, so they'll actually grow quite a bit longer, and they will be clusters of white flowers that are quite small.
Why are knotweeds an issue for highway operations? Knotweed can grow through concrete and asphalt, damaging infrastructure. This results in significant control, management, and repair costs. Disturbance of these plants through construction or maintenance operations can actually cause existing infestation to increase in size and density. This can result in reduced sightlines along roadways, bike paths, and sidewalks, affecting the safety of BC citizens.
So this knotweed here looks like it has been mowed. You can see the short grass around it and the size comparison with the big patch there. Mowing is one of the biggest spreaders of knotweed. Little fragments attach to the mower and can be spread either to the next site or further along the road. It just takes a very small fragment of the stem to root and regrow a new patch.
So what can you do to help stop the spread? If you see a do not mow sign or a knotweed plant, raise the mower, turn off the blade, and avoid the knotweed patch. Ensure materials used for road construction and maintenance come from invasive plant-free sources. Inspect and clean equipment prior to going in and leaving a site. Postpone activities until the infested site has been treated with herbicide. If construction cannot be postponed, the knotweed-infested site should be flagged and best practices should be followed. The first choice is to leave the contaminated material on site within the project footprint, and then plan to monitor and treat the site once construction is complete. Ensure any and all equipment used to handle knotweed contaminated material is carefully cleaned before use throughout the remainder of the project. Do not pave over areas where knotweed is present, as it has the ability to grow through pavement and asphalt. Use resources and tools to find out where knotweed infestations are within your project area. Avoid mowing or cutting areas infested with knotweed as long as sightlines are not an issue. If the knotweed is causing a sightline issue, the knotweed should be cut by hand. The cut canes should be carefully placed on the remaining site vegetation to dry out. Remember that the root material can be present up to 20 meters away from the above ground growth. Any contaminated material that is excavated from the site should be hauled to a designated location, disposed of at least 10 meters from water and 30 meters from wells, and treated as contaminant material. Identification and fast treatment of new infestations is important in stopping the spread of invasive plants in BC.
Some sites we get to are newly established and it only takes 1 year of treatment, but generally it is a multi-year project, and even after that you have to monitor it for several years, because even 1 year where nothing comes up, the next year there can be another one that comes up because the root system is so extensive.
You can report invasive plants in the following ways. You can download the Report-A-Weed mobile app, which is available free of charge for both iPhone and Android platforms. You can call the toll-free provincial hotline at 1-888-WEEDS-BC. You can use the online tool, or you can contact your Regional Invasive Species Committee.